here, most recently, the strongest member of HMO, some people would say, at least in these past couple of Shockwaves. N is sitting down to play against Eclipse. And now, back in Smash 4 and at the beginning of this game as well, Eclipse historically, I believe, did pretty well against N. But the last time they played, don't quote me on this because I'm probably wrong, but I think N won 2-0.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised. N is definitely like a player who's gotten way stronger very recently.
Mm-hmm.
He was already good, but then
he went from good to great. Kind of, I don't want to say overnight, but there was about a span of like a month where N just decided to start like taking notes and studying the game and really becoming, attuned to how the game feels. Because he was always about that, right? He was always about like, how does the game feel? How does it feel to know exactly what my opponent is going to do? But now he has the knowledge to back it up too, and that's why he's up a full stock.
Yeah, he played that stock so cleanly. He applied the pressure where he needed to, kept him in the corner, and Eclipse kind of kept getting tripped up by these Tatsus. Like, you know that Ken can do a lot of things to your shield, and especially if you try and act out of it, even jump, the Tatsu will catch you.
Yeah. No, especially that Ken Tatsu, man. You got to know exactly how to play around it. I'm actually surprised at how well Eclipse dealt with that. Not because Eclipse is not a good player. He's an incredible player. He was on PR in the first season here, but you got to remember that Eclipse basically, for all intents and purposes, plays like Smash 4N, where it's not a lot of studying this game as much. He knows a lot about his character, and he seldom makes those kinds of mistakes where he miscalculates what his own character can do, but rather what the other character can do. And it's easy to do that against Ken, but this is going to be a stock and a half.
The run-up counter working out. That's, you know what?
That's just a thing that Eclipse will do. I'll just put that out there. All right, Tatsu, that'll set up to almost in a frame even situation, but I think that'll take a little bit more percent to actually get to where that's true.
Yeah.
Boy, N uses a lot of that Tatsu. It's a tough move to challenge.
Yeah, no, it has way less end legs than people are expecting, especially if you're coming from thinking about Ryu.
Yeah.
And so he'll like Tatsu and then suddenly start hitting light tilts.
Like you saw there. Yeah. And now you see N trying to set up for the Shoryus and does get all 3 hits on the heavy.
Yeah, air dodging away can be so scary as well. You want to get out of the pressure, but like, all right, punish.
That's really nice right there, because if you parry that, that does allow Ken to cross up when you want him to, and then you can get the punish afterwards. We've seen, I guess, Eclipse go for that a couple times, but hasn't hit it until then.
Yeah. Eclipse is definitely doing a better job of reacting to these Tatsus, because the first stock was him just getting eaten alive by them. Now, he's definitely punishing them, like actually blocking.
Wow.
Even if he just takes. Oh,
have you ever seen soft nair set up for a combo like that? Because I haven't. That's a first for me. I don't know if you're also noticing Eclipse is using a lot of these back airs as well as opposed to the forward airs. Usually he'll use that forward air as a spacing tool and to try to hit somebody when they're off stage. But here against Ken, who has that focus attack, which gets broken by multi-hits, going for a lot more of those back airs. It's also a pretty good combo tool. I wouldn't be surprised if he just wants to kind of experiment with that a little bit.
Yeah, going for the rod bears to set up, even for a nice edge guard situation, because it sends you like straight outward, and he can chase forth another bear. Or side B if he's feeling really gutsy. But this even game after a rocky start for Eclipse. Yeah, so close. It's so even.
Right. Okay, up throw actually. I thought that he would go for the back throw to try to get the edge guard, and that's not going to do it. He fell out. Eclipse doesn't get the sweet spot. And now this is a hit away for N to do this. One confirm into that.
Did the jump, yeah.
Okay, no confirms, just do it, yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing. A Greninja, a character, very high full hop. Most characters, they just get away with it. But Ken wants you to full hop because you get hit at the very apex of that Shoryuken, still the strong hit, and you're gone.
Every part of that last hit is the strong hit. There is no sour spot on that move. And yeah, like you said, it goes so high that it's one of those few moves that from the ground, it can challenge that Greninja full hop from the ledge. And so Eclipse will be dropping that game 1, but certainly not for a lack of trying. He did a great job of playing, especially, like you said, Ken can do an amazing job on shield. And I think Eclipse did a great job of respecting that, where if he did get hit on his shield, didn't try to do anything except run away and try to set up another situation, because he knows Greninja's frame data out of shield is horrible. It's actually the worst in the game. And that
he basically is forced to jump, in which case, like,
yeah,
Ken again loves to catch you, even with just a light up tilt will to set up more pressure.
Yeah, anything like that. And I think that kind of plays into why this is a pretty good matchup for Greninja. I think probably like +1. And the reason for that could be that, you know, Ken traditionally beats characters that think they're really good out of shield, but they don't get the chance to do that against Ken. Well, Greninja doesn't worry about that in the first place. His strengths lie in other areas, and that happens to line up very well with how he plays against Ken. But you still got to remember that Greninja's just pretty much a middleweight, so he can get blown up on these stocks early.
Yeah, I was very scared for him with that jump, but catches N whiffing in the air.
That's like you said, that full hop pipe from Greninja. Yeah, it might have cost Eclipse that game, maybe because he was relying on it too much, but also gets him that stock because N wasn't expecting him to reach him that quickly. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, catches the roll.
Yeah, no, and really nice patience there. He knows that Eclipse tried to get him to do something by faking landing on the stage after throwing that shuriken, but didn't get the chance. My man just connected up smash into up smash. It does it again! He just keeps going. Yeah, this man needs to be stopped. Somebody get Trunks on the case. Heat Dome, please. Stop this man.
Ooh.
All right, nice, the roundhouse. Okay, how are you going to get off ledge? That can be really tough against Ken, and you can see that N just kind of waited for that timing. That Eclipse has shown him great TI, though.
Yeah, no, you can feel the pressure because you know jump is like something a Greninja really wants to do, but he's been punished for it quite a few times, so it's like, this game 1, he was punished for jumps. Now
I have never seen that move do that. Sorry, go on.
Yeah.
I just had to say that. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, but now he's not jumping, and N is still covering everything.
Well, N has kind of caught him not wanting to commit to that. There we see that Nair connecting into the forward air again. We've seen that twice from Eclipse. It just kind of seems like that downer's a really nice setup for him to get those combos. It's just a matter of that downer being really risky. You see him go for it again. Oh, there we go. Nice catch on that jump from N. N has had such a good read on Eclipse's movement. Not even just a read, but like he's done a really good job of studying it and knowing where he's going to end up. But a little bit of unsafe shield pressure right there with those down tilts. Hard one coming out.
Yeah.
That means Eclipse sends the last stock.
Definitely. Probably autopiloted the Hadouken, or didn't want it at all.
Most likely. All right, there we go. N landing safely there into center stage.
Still alive.
Hatsu close. We see again Eclipse respecting that, but now he's in those kill percents. And
jumping out every time. I'm so scared for him. I feel like N's gonna just pull the Shoryuken next time he hits a Tatsu.
Here we go. Lots of pressure again. A parry and so many of them.
That's shield poke.
That's shield poked. Even on a very short character like Greninja, who tends to kind of not get shield poked as often as the big characters, that roundhouse is pretty dang strong.
Yeah, and it comes out at that awkward angle, so a lot of characters are just like shielding down here, that little part of them peeking out.
Yeah, that's the Kazuma Kiryu. He kicks him out. But man, I'm going to get kicked out here for a second because we're going to be going